Here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Finding time. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. 3rd and long for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, They had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Sproles, the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz surveying the field. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got time. And incomplete. He was looking to hit Ryan Matthews there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points. Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Left. It's Ryan Matthews. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They finds his target, Terrence Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox able to drop him for a loss of 4. Here we go. Prescott off play action. He's got time in the pocket. Look at the time. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Lucky Whitehead, his intended target. And now it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he'll be... Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Wentz finding time. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First and 10. Here's Wentz surveying the field. All kinds of time. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. Whitehead, the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Final play of the half, Prescott. And unable to connect on the long pass. It thinks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Whitehead, the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. Evades the tackler, and now some space. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
A A first down throw for Prescott. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Let's go!
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott finding time. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. And 3 points surrendered on the last drive against them. They bent a little bit, but they didn't break.
I like that. And that's not always wrong. We run into a lot of coordinators that talk about, well, if I give up 3 points, my whole day's ruined. Actually, it's not. Just giving up field goals usually gives your team a chance to win if you're playing good defense.
Yeah, especially in the National Football League. Again, we'll see the pistol here. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Still first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Wentz. Left side, caught by Matthews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Third down and 1. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And welcome back. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Second down, 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews from 17 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well. So
they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Prescott on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good start there on this fourth quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. A second down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask, 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Fresh set of downs here. First down, Prescott. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And again, it's Prescott. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Wentz. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now out of the gun, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
4-on-4, turn it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Prescott on first down. A dump off to Elliott. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And the reason we don't see it very often is the quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Prescott looks to throw on first. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott Can't find anyone open. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And they got to be feeling good about forcing that long missed field goal the last go around.
And you know what upsets a kicker more than anything? Is missing a kick they think they can make and feeling like the other side believes that they had something to do with it. And it doesn't matter. To those guys on defense, I know. They're taking full credit. Yep, we forced him into the miss, and they're going to ride that confidence the rest of the way. We'll see if the kicker's able to get his confidence back as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down following the run. The storyline in this one, Charles.